Good afternoon. It's nice to look out and see so many familiar faces from some of our participants from our TRACE class. Good to see you guys here. I'm going to talk to you about our R&D solicitation very briefly, and then I have my contact information at the end, and if you have any questions, I'll be here through Friday morning, or I have my email and phone number, so please let me know. I'm assigned to the Counterterrorism and Forensic Science Research Unit, and you can see we cover a wide range of research activities, one of which, of course, is trace analysis, but we have experts in all of these different areas. We have biologists, chemists, geologists, we have a forensic scientist, an IT specialist, and a large part of our program is the visiting scientist program. We have undergraduates, bachelor's, master's, and PhDs, and I'll be telling you a little more detail about that. But they really help with so much of the R&D that goes on in our unit. We also have honors interns. Normally they are just there for the summer session. We just wrapped up a great session with 4 honors interns from across the country. A new program is our co-op program. We currently just have one co-op in the laboratory division. She's assigned in our unit currently. And she is working on her undergraduate thesis in chemistry and comes 3 months, goes back to school 3 months, and comes 3 months. So it's a nice rotating program for her. We also, of course, have contractors and support staff to round out the unit. So how do we start research? It's a very collaborative effort. We really think of it in terms of a team concept. And the first thing that happens is that the case working units define their requirements. What types of research would they like to see done? And then we go and meet with the unit chief. So for example, in our unit, I'm assigned to the trace evidence unit and also the chemistry unit. So I'm the working point of contact. So in June, I went and met with Carrie Owing, who you've already heard from today, trace evidence unit, and Mark LeBeau from the chemistry unit to talk about the kinds of research that they would like to see done and what would help them further their casework. Once we sit down with the unit chiefs and come up with the ideas, then we often talk to the caseworking individuals as well and talk about some of the problems that they've seen, and we really work together to come up with an overall proposal of research. We prioritize the research based on, of course, manpower, funding, and we have an overall oversight by a research council, and we work with them closely to ensure that we are meeting the goals of the research program. And then once we determine which projects will move forward, we have either contract or staff. So we look at our resources and figure out what is the best way to achieve the goals that we have. So for contracts, we have a broad agency announcement, and you can see what BAAs are available on FedBizOps. It's a 2-phase contract proposal, and once the contract is awarded, we have a kickoff meeting with the contractors, and typically they will come to the FBI. We'll sit down with the case working unit, so it will be the researcher assigned and the caseworkers, and talk about what the goals are. Then we have monthly status updates and, of course, the deliverables. So some recent contracted research is our facial reconstruction software with GE, environmental effects on textiles, and you'll be hearing about that research tomorrow, and that's from Steve Morgan at the University of South Carolina. We have a plastic bag database that was installed this year, Center of Innovative Technology. Pattern recognition software, University of South Carolina, you'll be hearing about that. And a very small company, I wanted to throw them in, Electromechanica. It's 3 engineers working out of a barn, literally. It was their first government contract, and they did a phenomenal job working for our bomb data center on shock tube initiated wire cutters. So we have, as you can see, a large gamut of companies and industry, as well as universities. We have many internal research programs, and due to time, I can't talk about all of those, but I just wanted to mention some of the manuscripts in preparation. The automotive carpet fiber database that's been done in conjunction with Steve Shaw in the Trace Evidence Unit, obliterated writings, hyperspectral imaging of explosives, hair mitochondrial DNA, and analysis of children's fingerprints. These papers will all be going out this year. And I really want to focus most of the time on the educational opportunities available at the FBI. We have our ORISE Research Fellowship. That's undergraduate, BS, Master's, and PhD. And you can see the website, orau.org, for more information. And this has just been a phenomenally successful program. We have so many people that have come through the program at all levels, and it's a great opportunity for them to learn, especially the undergraduates, to learn all the instrumentation that we use. So for example, on the fiber database, the two young women working with me have learned to use the microspec, the FTIR, polarized light microscopy, so they've really added a lot of skills to their tool belt that they can go back now and search for jobs or go back to the university and complete degrees. We have our honors internship program I mentioned earlier. That's for rising college seniors, and information can be found at fbijobs.com. We have our co-op program, and that is a new program, and it's also on the FBI Jobs website. And then the last one I wanted to focus on a little bit more is research through universities and individual research scientists. Upcoming in the fall, one of our scientists will be having a professor come and work with her directly for a period of, I think, about 9 months on an internal research project. And so there are opportunities for professors. You don't have to be a professor. We take, again, visiting scientists of all educational levels. But if you want to make arrangements with an individual scientist to come and do a specific type of research, that's a possibility as well. And so if you have any additional questions, this is my phone number, my email address, and I'd be glad to answer any questions. I've been working with many visiting scientists over a period of 3 years. So if you have questions about that program or any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.